What's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony, aka the Senator of Chaos and Controversy. I'm here with a reaction video called "Villain" by Lily Rose. And you'd have to excuse me. Had to change the light bulb. My light bulb went out. It just said fizz, fizz, flicker, flicker, poof. But anyway, um, this video, why I'm doing this video reaction is because today I was hanging out with my ex, my son's mother, and this was on her playlist, and it caught my attention, and I was listening to the words, and part of the reason why, because when I heard the chorus in the title "Villain," reminds me of when we had got into it, and it was kind of bad because I pretty much crossed the line, and she was pretty much hurt, mad, and kind of destroyed a little bit. And she told me, and her reaction was fair because, anger meets anger, and especially if there's a conflict. And she says, I don't want to be the bad guy, but if you force me to be the villain, then the villain I guess I'll have to be. And I didn't understand why she said that. I mean, on some level, I did, because sometimes, like, when you act like, out of character, you're gonna expect to get the reaction that you're gonna get. That's without saying. But it made more sense when I was with her today, and the song came on, and I was listening to the chorus, and she said, "You know what? This is the song that I would sing to our son, and he will look at me and look at my mouth as to try to understand the words that I was singing to him." And when she said that she would sing it and cry, it kind of, it got me like right here. It did. I'm not gonna lie. And believe it or not, I do pay attention, even though it don't seem like it at times. But without further ado, here's the video, "Villain" by Lily Rose. Here we go.
Yeah, I've heard things go round and round, running through this town like a two-lane. Yeah, I heard them say, I never loved you. Found someone new, gave up too soon, but that's half the truth. One point of view, you can be the hero, I can take the fall. If that's how your story goes, say it's all my fault. Whatever helps you sleep at night, yeah, you can make me the bad guy, make 'em all believe it. If that's how you're feeling, I can be the villain.
That chorus right there, if that isn't the hammer hitting the nail on his head spot on. A lot of times, especially in breakups, you have two versions of why the split occurred or why it happened, and how one paints the picture of the other as the bad guy or as the villain, putting all the fault and blame on that person, just to make themselves present it or look better than that other person. So, but then, there are half truths that come out, just so that, perception holds validation, so to speak. So, yeah.
It didn't have to be the way you made me play the part, the enemy. But they're sad to see that that ain't me. You can be the hero, I can take the fall. If that's how your story goes, say it's all my fault. Whatever helps you sleep at night, yeah, you can make me the bad guy, make 'em all believe it. If that's how you feel it, I can be the villain. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I know, case in point, and like I said before, when I did a video based on my demons and stuff, I said that I was pretty good at my presentation. People didn't know that I abused drugs and alcohol because I hid it very well. Um, but I left myself unexposed while allowing others to be exposed. And that was the case in the relationship with me and my ex. All her uh, bad baggage was put out on Front Street while mine was still in the house, tucked in the closet, hidden somewhere. So, yeah, so um, that I could say would be a good analogy to apply to this to what she is saying right here.
I can be the feeling. Oh, what they don't know is I tried to make us work it out, but I couldn't save us. I couldn't save us. You can be the hero, I can take the fall. If that's how your story goes, say it's all my fault. Whatever helps you sleep at night, and you can make me the bad guy, make 'em all believe it. If that's how you're feeling, you can be the hero, I can take the fall. If that's how your story goes, say it's all my fault. Whatever helps you sleep at night, and you can make me the bad guy, make 'em all believe it. If that's how you're feeling, I can be the villain. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can be the villain. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can be the villain.
Good song, good song. Yeah, I know, like when it comes to relationships, people do their part, try to hold it together, but one thing I know for certain, if both of you guys are toxic, if both of you guys aren't on the same page, if both of you guys don't have your stuff together, and there are demons that both of you guys are battling, you are of no good to each other. I know my part. I always try to see the success and the good in other people. I try to see the better version of themselves, even though I fail to see the better version of myself within myself, because I know that I'm flawed, and sometimes I cast my flaws out onto and project it onto other people, which isn't good, which is part of the reason why I have a lot of failures. Um, but despite all of that, um, you can't be a support system for somebody else if you're fragile yourself or in no good condition to be of help. You're more of a hindrance than the foundation. Um, but in light of all of that, yes, um, a lot of people tend to want to say that the other person is the bad guy when you know deep down at the core that you're probably the villain and not the other person. But sometimes your actions and the things that you do drive to, take the decency out of a person and cause them to be a villain towards you when it's not necessary. Um, and it's unfortunate. Lucky enough for me, my pride can be diminished to a point where I could put my best foot forward and say, you know what, I messed up. I'm wrong for doing this. I apologize, even though I've apologized countless times, and it tends to fall on deaf ears when words mean nothing, and it's the actions that you show that proves otherwise. So yeah, and it's a lesson that I'm learning and I'm taking in stride as I go. It's never too late to learn. That's what life is all about, a learning experience. But with all that said, this was a good video. The song hit on a lot of chords, and it touched base on certain realities, particularly in reference to mines, of course. So yeah, um, but that's all I got. This is my second reaction video, and it was a good song. And this I dedicate to my ex, even though this is something that she already has on her playlist. So with that being said, until next time, until next video, peace.